You've probably heard the terms alpha male and beta male before, but there's another personality type that's getting a lot of attention lately, the Sigma male. These men don't follow the rules of the usual male hierarchy. They're not trying to lead the pack like alphas, and they're not trying to follow the crowd like betas. Instead, they walk their own path, often in silence. A Sigma male is someone who values independence, freedom, and self-reliance more than anything. He doesn't chase after approval or try to fit into any social role. In fact, most of the time he avoids the spotlight altogether. That doesn't mean he's shy or insecure, quite the opposite. He knows who he is, and he doesn't feel the need to explain himself to anyone. This is exactly what makes Sigma males so confusing. People aren't sure what to make of them. They don't act how you expect. One minute they're there, the next minute they're gone. They might be friendly, but not interested in hanging out. They might listen more than they talk. And when they do speak, it often comes out as thoughtful, direct, or even brutally honest. Online discussions, psychology blogs, and even relationship advice columns have started focusing more on these types of men. Some admire them, others find them frustrating. But one thing is clear. Sigma males leave people wondering what's really going on inside their heads. In this video, we'll break down the 6 main ways Sigma males leave others scratching their heads. If you've ever known one, or think you might be one, you'll see just how complex and mysterious these men really are. Way 1. They value independence over everything. Sigma males live by one main rule: do it your own way. Independence isn't just something they enjoy, it's the core of who they are. They don't like being told what to do. They don't rely on others for approval, support, or validation. This can make them seem cold or distant, but really, they just don't want to depend on anyone else to live their lives. This strong sense of independence is what makes Sigma males so hard to understand. In a world where people are constantly forming groups, teams, and social circles, Sigma males prefer to stay on their own. It doesn't mean they hate people, it just means they don't need them. They're perfectly happy doing things alone. Whether it's working, traveling, or solving problems, they usually believe they can handle it themselves. To people who are more social or team-oriented, this behavior can seem selfish or even arrogant. They wonder why the Sigma male doesn't want to be part of the group. They might even take it personally. But the truth is, Sigma males aren't trying to be rude. They just don't feel the same need to belong. This independence also shows up in how Sigma males make decisions. They don't wait for others to agree. They trust their own judgment and often go against the grain. While others might hesitate or overthink, the Sigma male moves forward on his own terms. This confidence can be admirable, but also confusing, especially when his choices seem to come out of nowhere. Even in relationships, Sigma males need space. They don't want to be controlled or feel tied down. They're capable of deep love and loyalty, but only if they feel free to be themselves. If someone tries to change them or pressure them into a role, they'll pull away fast. Bottom line, Sigma males are driven by freedom. And to many people, that makes them one of the hardest types of men to truly understand. Way 2. They're socially selective, not antisocial. At first glance, a Sigma male can seem like a loner. He may not talk much in group settings. He might skip social events. He could go days, even weeks, without reaching out. Because of this, people often assume he's antisocial, shy, or even rude. But that's not really true. Sigma males aren't against being social. They're just extremely selective about it. The key thing to understand is that Sigma males value quality over quantity in their social lives. They don't see the point in spending time with people they don't connect with on a deeper level. Small talk and surface-level friendships don't interest them. So instead of wasting energy on crowds or casual groups, they choose to keep their circles small, sometimes really small. This behavior can confuse others. One moment the Sigma male might seem open, thoughtful, and even fun. The next moment he disappears without warning. He might ignore a group message, decline an invite, or leave a party early. It's not that he's upset or angry. He just doesn't feel like being there. He prefers meaningful conversations with one or two people rather than being surrounded by noise. Sigma males also protect their energy. They know that being around too many people can be draining, especially if the environment feels fake or forced. So they pull back. This doesn't mean they dislike people. In fact, when they do form bonds, those relationships can be incredibly strong. But they build those bonds slowly and on their own terms. Another reason they seem confusing is how unpredictable their social habits can be. You might not hear from them for a while, and then suddenly they'll reach out and talk for hours. This back and forth can make people wonder if they're being pushed away or pulled in. But for Sigma males, it's just about mood, timing, and feeling mentally ready to connect. In short, Sigma males aren't antisocial. They're just thoughtful about who they let in and when. And that social selectiveness often makes people question where they really stand. Way 3. They appear mysterious and unreadable. One of the first things people notice about a Sigma male is how hard he is to read. He keeps a lot to himself, his emotions, his thoughts, even his opinions. You could spend hours around him and still feel like you don't really know him. This mystery is part of what draws people in, but it's also what makes him so confusing. Sigma males don't like to put everything out there. They're not the kind to overshare or talk just to fill silence. Instead, they speak when they have something meaningful to say. That quietness can come off as deep or wise, but it can also leave others guessing. What's he thinking? Is he mad? Is he interested? Is he even listening? These are questions people often ask themselves around Sigma males. Even in emotional situations, Sigma males can seem distant. They don't cry in public. They don't show excitement in big ways. They don't always react the way others expect. It's not that they don't feel. It's just that they process things internally. They'd rather think things through in silence than talk through them out loud. This makes it hard for others to tell what's going on inside their minds. This unreadable nature can be especially frustrating in relationships. A partner might feel unsure or insecure simply because the Sigma male doesn't express himself in the usual ways. He might love deeply, but show it in quiet actions instead of sweet words or daily compliments. Unless the other person understands this, they may feel confused or even unwanted. At the same time, this mystery gives the Sigma male a certain kind of power. People become curious. They want to figure him out. But no matter how close they get, there's always a part of him that stays just out of reach. That hidden piece of his personality is what makes him so intriguing and so hard to understand. To sum it up, Sigma males are mysterious not because they're trying to be, but because they're just naturally private, guarded, and hard to read. Way 4. They're quiet but extremely observant. When a Sigma male walks into a room, he doesn't try to take over the space. He's not the loudest voice or the center of attention. In fact, he might not say much at all. But while others are talking, laughing, or showing off, he's paying attention. Every little detail, every word, every look, he's picking it all up. That quiet presence is one of the most misunderstood things about Sigma males. People often mistake silence for weakness or disinterest. If someone isn't speaking, they must not be engaged, right? Not in this case. Sigma males observe everything. Body language, tone of voice, changes in mood, even the things people don't say. They may not comment right away, but they're gathering information the whole time. This high level of awareness can make others feel strangely exposed. It's like the Sigma male sees right through the surface. He notices the fake smile, the nervous twitch, the tension in someone's voice. And because he doesn't react the way others do, it can feel unsettling. People may feel like they're being studied even if the Sigma male never says a word. This observant nature gives Sigma males an edge. They often understand people better than those people understand themselves. In social situations, they know who's being real and who's performing. In the workplace, they can spot problems before anyone else sees them. In relationships, they can tell when something's off, even if the other person insists everything is fine. Still, because they don't speak up often, their observations might come out of nowhere. One minute they're silent, the next minute they're saying something incredibly accurate and direct. This can shock people and leave them wondering how he knew that. It adds to the overall confusion people feel around Sigma males. The truth is, Sigma males don't need to be loud to understand what's happening around them. Their silence is active, not passive. They're always watching, thinking, and processing. And that kind of quiet intelligence catches people off guard every single time. Way 5. They can be extremely loyal, but only to a few. Sigma males don't let people in easily. They don't trust quickly, and they don't build relationships just for the sake of it. But when they do form a close bond with someone, whether it's a friend, a partner, or a family member, their loyalty runs deep. The catch? That loyalty only applies to a small, carefully chosen group of people. This is one of the most confusing parts of their personality. To outsiders, Sigma males may seem cold, distant, or even uninterested. They might not return texts quickly. They might ignore calls. They may seem like they don't care. But to the few people who do break through their walls, Sigma males can be incredibly protective, thoughtful, and committed. This dual personality, distant with most, loyal to a few, throws people off. One person may experience the Sigma male as totally detached, while another sees a totally different side, generous, present, and dependable. The contrast can be confusing for those trying to figure him out. Why is he so open with her, but shuts down around everyone else? That's a common question people ask. It all comes down to how Sigma males value emotional energy. They know that giving too much of themselves to too many people leads to burnout and disappointment. So instead, they protect their space and give their loyalty only to those who truly earn it. Once someone has that trust, it's solid. The Sigma male will stick by them through thick and thin, but he won't shout about it. His loyalty is shown through quiet actions, not grand gestures. But if that trust is broken, things can change fast. Sigma males don't like drama, but they also don't tolerate betrayal. Once they decide someone no longer belongs in their circle, they'll cut ties and walk away, without explanation, without a fight, and without looking back. That sudden silence can be confusing and painful to those on the outside. So while a Sigma male's loyalty is strong, it's also exclusive. Not everyone gets to see it, and for those who don't, his emotional distance remains a mystery. Way 6. They break rules without making a scene. Most people who break the rules want others to know it. They want to challenge authority, make a point, or stir up attention. But Sigma males don't care about that. They break rules quietly. No big speeches, no spotlight. Just a calm decision to go their own way, no matter what everyone else is doing. This silent rebellion is part of what makes them so confusing. People expect rule breakers to be loud and aggressive, the kind who make noise when they push back. Sigma males are different. They don't follow rules they don't believe in, but they also don't try to convince anyone else to join them. They just quietly do what feels right to them. For example, while others might climb the corporate ladder, Sigma males may choose to freelance or work alone. In school or at work, they might ignore traditional paths and create their own. In relationships, they don't follow typical dating timelines or expectations. They move at their own pace and don't explain themselves. What really throws people off is that Sigma males don't seem to care about being praised or criticized for their choices. They don't rebel for attention. They don't follow rules out of fear. They simply act based on their own internal code. This independence can frustrate others, especially those who want clear reasons or shared goals. And because Sigma males don't broadcast their moves, people often don't even realize what they've done until much later. By the time others catch on, the Sigma male has already moved on, silently, efficiently, and without looking back. In short, Sigma males don't need to make noise to make a point. Their quiet defiance is one more reason they leave people puzzled. Sigma males don't fit into the boxes people expect. They're independent, quiet, observant, and private. A mix that makes them one of the most confusing types of men you'll ever meet. Just when you think you understand them, they do something unexpected. They're not trying to be mysterious. They just live life on their own terms. Some admire them, others don't get them at all. But one thing's for sure, Sigma males leave a lasting impression whether they speak up or stay silent. In a world full of noise, their quiet confidence is both rare and unforgettable.